Hi everyone, welcome to Eckhart Yoga. My name is Esther, and today I'm going to show you part 1 of a longer flow that you can do when you've got arm or shoulder injuries. So basically, you're unable to place pressure on your arm. So any kind of planks, down dogs, chaturangas are off the card for you, and you still want to have a feeling that you've worked out. And it's possible. So this is part 1. Part 1 is more about warming up and already strengthening the legs. And then part 2, which will be the next video I'll put up there, will be more how do you approach the traditional standing poses and still do it in a way that you flow, that you work out, that you have a feeling that you break out in a sweat. So let's start at the top of our mat. In Tadasana, you can bring the feet a little apart, spreading the toes. Standing tall, so you drop the flesh of the buttocks, draw the pelvic floor muscles up. Open your chest. Actually, I'm going to show it to you from this side. We're going to start with a side stretch. So on an in-breath, lift your right arm up, palm is facing up. Then bend your elbow, palm is facing up to the ceiling now. And on an out-breath, bend over to your left. And the idea is to really let that left arm dangle and to feel the stretch in the right side. So check that you don't have that left shoulder up there. Inhaling back up, reach your arm up. Exhaling, you release your right arm down, other side. Inhaling, lift your left arm up, palm is facing up. Exhaling, release out to the right. Keep the body active. Check that your right arm is loose. Inhaling, back up. Exhaling, back down. Let's repeat that. Inhale, right lifts. Palm facing up. Exhaling, bending over. Check your left arm. Don't collapse. Keep the chest open. Inhale, back up. Exhale, down. Last one. Left. Inhale. Exhale. Over to the right. Keep the chest open. Check your right arm. Inhale, back up. Exhale. Release. Good. So that's the side body open. Inhaling now, Tadasana, reach your arms out and up. Exhaling, swan dive down. Make sure you really pull your belly in when you come down to support your lower back. Good. And then just be here for a moment in a forward fold. So you can just hang, maybe hold the elbows. If that's uncomfortable, you can just let your arms be loose. Take a few breaths here. Be aware of the back of the legs. Remember, you can have a slight bend in your knees to be comfortable. You don't want to overdo it, shock the system in any way. Then you can release your hands and bring them behind you and interlace your fingers. And if you've got real injuries, obviously you want to check that this is okay for you to do. Keep a mild bend in your elbows and then begin to straighten the arms and bring them up and over. And only as far as feels good for you. And maybe not doing it at all is okay too. So this is about minding your injuries, not pushing it. So for some of you, this will be okay. For others, it won't be. And then releasing your hands back down. And then slowly roll up. So first find your feet. Press the floor away with your feet. Knees can be a bit bent. Pull the pelvic floor up, and from the pelvic floor pulling up, draw the navel in and roll up. And the last thing to come up is your head. Okay, from here we're going to warm up a bit. Bring the hands in front of the heart. Inhaling, bend your knees slightly, and then step your right foot back, and then drop the back knee. Point your foot, and on an in-breath, if your arms allow, lift your arms up. If your shoulders are too painful, you can just let them hang here or place them in your side or anything like that. Exhaling, now just lean into it. This is nice to warm up the hips. Psoas opens. Take another breath, inhaling. Exhaling, coming up a little. Tuck the back toes under and take a point on eye level. Focus, lift up into a lunge. Crescent pose. Inhaling, dropping the tailbone, lifting the heart, lifting a little up, lift your heart up, and then hands back in front of your heart, stepping back forward on the standing straight. Good. Other side, exhaling, bending your knees a little, inhaling, I mean. And then on an out breath again, stepping back and dropping the back knee. Remember your options for your arms, inhaling, lifting up. Exhale, sink a little deeper, really getting into the hips. Take a breath here. Exhaling, focus the eyes and come up into a crescent pose. Drop your knee a little, drop the tailbone. Then extend your leg, lift your heart. And then on an out breath, hands back in front of your heart, stepping in and coming back to standing. One more time, inhaling. Bend your knees, exhaling, stepping back again and dropping the back knee for a twist now. Inhale here. Exhale, place your right hand on the floor and take your left arm up and back. So you can be on the fingertips, flat hands. And really open your chest. Lift your heart out. Inhale here. Exhaling. Keep both shoulders on the back. Inhale. And on the out breath, coming back. And then placing your hands on the inside of your left foot and coming forward into a hip opener. Stay here for a moment. Take a breath. And coming back to center. So this is also about balance. Lifting your back knee up on an in-breath, step in. On an out-breath, straighten. Other side, in, bending knees. Exhaling, stepping back, dropping. And then place your left hand down. On an in-breath, take your right arm up. And really open the chest, take that arm back. Inhaling here. Exhaling, bringing your hands down and come into a hip opener. So you can either be here, perhaps coming down on the forearms. Take a breath here. And then coming back up. Again, focus. Coming into a high lunge. Inhale, stepping in. Exhale, straightening the legs. Very good. One more. Inhale here. Exhale, stepping back. Let me just do a few leg strengthening in exercise. You can reach your arms up, or you can keep them in front of the heart or let them just hang. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bend. 5 times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more, I think. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, step in. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, knees bend. Exhale, step left back. Choose your arms position. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. One more. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, step forward. Exhale, extend your legs. Okay. So that's enough for part 1. To rest from this pose, you can come into Savasana or take a child pose. And then in a couple of days, I'll put up the second part. And we'll continue with the standing poses. And just to make sure that you get a real workout when you can't really do downward facing dog or chaturanga or any of those. And this sequence in itself, also great for beginners who don't have the strength yet in the arms to do a lot of those poses. And you still build up core strength and leg strength. Okay, hope you enjoyed it and thank you for joining me.